Welcome back to Second and Short. It is Monday, September 23rd, 2024. The Falcons are playing the Chiefs right now on Sunday Night Football. Take the lead on the first drive of the game with a touchdown pass at Drake London. We'll see how well this ages, but at the moment, the Falcons up 7-0. This has been a weird week in NFL, for sure. College football, pretty entertaining week, I would say. A lot of the big matchups we were looking for were close games that were very fun to watch. Florida State officially in the win column in like the most disgusting way possible. Lot of MLB updates, some clinching, a lot of eliminating from the playoffs. The NFL was interesting. We had only 5 1 o'clock games, or 6 1 o'clock games, I think. And then we had 5 4 o'clock games. We've got 2 on Monday night, which obviously is happening tonight as you're listening to this. And then, of course, we have Sunday Night Football going on. So very oddly spaced out, but the 1 o'clock slate was okay. Not great.
Not really good.
The 4 o'clock slate.
Wow.
Unbelievable football from every single game except one.
Yeah.
The one was the Dolphins, if you couldn't imagine that. But yeah, we've got quite a few things to talk about. Before we get into anything else, though, let's talk about a big story in the MLB right now before we get into anything. C.J. Abrams was caught in a casino in the Chicago area until 8 a.m. before a 1 p.m. Friday day game versus the Cubs.
Dog.
That is so irresponsible.
Yeah. But hear me out. If he would have played fine, no one would have cared.
That's true. Maybe. He did. Okay, so he went 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout, so not a good day.
Yeah.
And he's had a really bad second half of the season in general.
If he would have had a hit or two, he would have been fine.
Yeah, but this all comes out. He plays bad. Next day, Dave Martinez comes out in his press conference. They send him down to AAA, and Dave Martinez straight up said, this was not due to performance. This was due to an internal issue. So made it pretty obvious. Yeah, the picture is hilarious. Because, obviously there's no, you don't know what time that is. That was taken. But the fact that there is a picture, probably not. It's roulette. Colin, you have experience on the roulette tables. How did you do with the winning?
So I won 3 hands in a row.
It's not really hands.
But
sorry,
yeah,
bets.
I won $75.
Yeah.
And then I put all 75 on black.
Yeah.
It was green.
What does it say? It says he was at the casino at 8 a.m., not he was there until 8 a.m. So what if he just got there early? Nah, I don't believe that, buddy. Not for a second. Yeah, that's facts. You shouldn't be taking photos at the table, but I don't blame him for doing that.
Yeah, if I'm sitting next to C.J. Abrams.
Yeah. No, C.J. Abrams was the latest he got to that casino was 2 a.m. 100%. He did not get there any later than that. Abrams must have caused his due to parlay for him to sneeze like that.
I think about it. This guy is the reason that C.J. Abrams got sent down.
Yeah, no, that picture is the damning part. There was reporters saying that they saw him. But nonetheless, C.J. Abrams, bonehead move.
Yeah.
Just a real bonehead move.
You're young in your career.
You have a 1 p.m. game the next day.
Why would you try to jeopardize your career like that?
Yeah, idiot. Probably because he went to Blessed Trinity.
Also, but also, Nationals aren't fighting for anything, so.
No, they're out of the playoffs. Nice catch, Rasheed Rice, idiot.
Need 6.
Okay, so today we've got NFL Week 3 to talk about. We'll talk about the MLB Playoff Picture with just over a week to go. I guess technically just under a week as you guys are listening to this. College Football Week 4 to talk about. We're going to talk about the new AP poll. Quite a bit of movement there up in the top 10. Talk briefly about College Football Week 5. If you haven't already, go listen to the College Football Show from last week. Obviously, it's a little outdated now, but since you're listening to this on Monday, get ready for Thursday because we've got another one coming once again, this time for Week 5. It's a fantastic play by Xavier Worthy. All right. Without further ado, NFL Week 3, and it starts Giants 21, Browns 15. An interesting game because I think on the Giants side, we saw a lot of the stuff we wanted to see.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones was on fire until probably really the second half. The first half was phenomenal by Daniel Jones. I think at one point he was 21 for 24 or something, or 21 for 22. He was really killing it. And the duo of him and Malik Neighbors is unbelievable.
It's going to be scary.
Yeah,
100%.
Malik Neighbors scoring 2 touchdowns in this game. I think he had 80-something yards. Unbelievable once again from Malik Neighbors. 8 receptions, 78 yards, 2 touchdowns.
So happy for him.
Me and Colin were playing in fantasy this week. I've already beaten the brakes off of him.
I wouldn't say that.
I'm the highest scoring team in the league. He's second or third for the week. Yeah, third for the week. So it's just an unfortunate time. Look, sometimes you just got to walk into the buzzsaw, man. It happens. Sorry.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill.
This 0-2 buzzsaw.
Tyreek wasn't playing with a QB3, we'd be fine.
Yeah, that's true. But Colin's projected to lose by 40. I'm probably going to bench some players from Monday Night Football. On the other side, the Browns, Deshaun Watson's ass.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah, the Browns can't comprehend the idea of running the ball well either.
No.
Jerome Ford, 10 carries, 37 yards. Deshaun Watson, 4 carries, 26. Donta Foreman, 2 for 5. Jameis saw the field for some reason.
I think Amari Cooper is the only Brown that had a good day.
Yeah. Like Deshaun Watson is so lucky that he has Amari Cooper to throw to. Yeah. 7 receptions on 12 targets, 86 yards, 2 touchdowns. Pretty similar game to Malik Neighbors for Amari Cooper. The Browns just showed up and showed us something finally and got their first win.
You mean the Giants?
What?
You said the Browns.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, the Giants, yeah. The Giants showed up. The Browns, not so much.
Yeah, it's a lot of sacks.
Yeah, a lot of sacks. The Browns' offensive line looked really bad. I think also the Giants lucked out because Myles Garrett's dealing with a foot injury that he was playing through, but he did not have a good game because of it. Dexter Lawrence with 2 sacks in the game. Number of guys also involved.
Yeah, everyone was getting involved.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, I think that's really it for this game. Not much else to talk about. Packers 30, Titans 14. Is Malik Willis good?
No.
Okay. Why not?
I'm just not bought in on it. Yeah.
13 for 19, 202 and a touchdown, no picks. And he had 6 carries for 73 yards and a rushing touchdown. That's the kind of numbers that like Lamar Jackson puts up and we're like, what a performance. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Is he at least earning himself a shot with another team or like a cemented backup with this performance?
Probably a cemented backup.
Yeah, like he's going to get paid well to be a backup, either here or somewhere
probably
else.
For the Packers.
Yeah.
Or who knows, maybe if Tyler Huntley doesn't work out, maybe he goes to the Dolphins.
He could be traded somewhere. That is very true. Maybe the Browns.
He's definitely making some noise for him to stay in the NFL for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. If this little stint in Green Bay wasn't going to go well, he was probably going to be done.
Oh, yeah. He would have been so done. In the running game, the Packers, it was kind of interesting. Like I said, Malik Willis had 76 rushing yards or 73 rushing yards. Emmanuel Wilson was actually second in rushing yards, 12 carries, 50 yards out of Fort Valley State. Shout out Fort Valley State.
Tennessee's got a great defensive line.
Yes, they do. And the fact that the Packers were able to actually run the ball relatively well, because Emmanuel Wilson had 50, Malik Willis had 73. Josh Jacobs also had 43. It wasn't his best day efficiency-wise. And then Jaden Reed always getting end arounds, it seems like, and 2 rushes for 19 yards. They had 188 on the ground as a team. Tennessee, on the other hand, could not run the ball to save their lives.
Absolutely not.
They had 11 carries as a team, 6 for Pollard, 3 for Levis, 2 for Tyjae Spears, and they had 33 yards as a team, running 3 yards per carry on a long of 8. Will Levis in the passing game, not much better. 26 for 34, so he's putting up volume, 260, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, and he got sacked astounding 8 times for 56 yards in this game.
Yeah, that's sort of the message of Sunday.
Yeah,
there's so many sacks.
And the Packers defensive line stepping up once again. I think last week they sacked Anthony Richardson 7 times.
Yeah, it was 5 or 6.
It was unbelievable. So the Packers come out again and expose another weak offensive line. Devontae Wyatt with 2 sacks. Kingsley Enagbare, 1.5. Preston Smith, 2 sacks. Just unbelievable showing by the Packers here. And just winning games in the absence of Jordan Love.
Yeah, the Packers legit, even without Jordan Love.
I think so. And the fact that Jordan Love is almost ready to go already is crazy.
This team is scary.
Yeah. And Jordan Love looked super good in that first game. Just the Eagles also looked really good.
And it seems that Jair Alexander is back.
Yeah, he looks a
healthy
whole lot better.
and very, very mobile.
Yeah, D-Hop showed up out of nowhere this week.
Piss off.
He's been so bad.
Piss off.
6 receptions, 73 yards, 1 touchdown. On the other end, Calvin Ridley, who has been the star receiver, 1 reception for 9 yards on 3 targets. I don't understand the dynamic in this wide receiver room.
Yeah.
Because like Hopkins is still kind of coming off of that injury.
Yeah. But 7 targets compared to Ridley 3. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, another good showing by the Packers. Let's move on to Bears 16, Colts 21. My biggest note, these two quarterbacks suck.
Horrible.
They do. Caleb Williams threw 52 passes.
That is absurd.
Like, they were on the field so much as an offense. 52 pass attempts, 28 rushes.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift couldn't run worth shit.
These 28 rushes were for 63 yards as a team.
Oh, Nathan's screaming on the inside, man.
Yeah, well, and it doesn't help. Nathan's quarterback was Anthony Richardson, who was 10 for 20, 167, no touchdowns, 2 picks, and he got sacked 1 time. Jonathan Taylor, a fantastic day on the ground, 23 carries, 110, 2 touchdowns, kind of the sole reason this team won. And Trey Sermon, the other rushing touchdown, which accounted for all of their points, was off the 3 rushing touchdowns. So, Jonathan Taylor, fantastic day. Anthony Richardson, not so much. But the Colts do get a win. So that's certainly, an ugly win for sure.
Rome. Yeah, Rome
Odunze. First game of his career that he's really showed out. 6 receptions, 112, 1 touchdown. Cole Kmet also had a fantastic day. 10 receptions, 97 yards, 1 touchdown. He was on Collins' bench.
Listen. For the next week until next Sunday, you're going to see all the sports accounts talk about the rookie sensations, Caleb Williams to Rome Odunze. Don't buy into that shit.
Yeah, this is also Caleb's first passing touchdowns of his career.
Yeah, don't buy into this shit.
And Rome's first receiving touchdown.
The Bears are frauds.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
if I'm
that's
Rome,
funny.
I'm taking that.
Caleb gets he gets it.
You think Caleb gets it?
Yeah.
Nah.
Bro, he was the number 1 overall pick. He gets the ball.
Cool. Maybe throw a touchdown in week 1 or 2. Don't wait till week 3.
I don't know. It just took Keenan Allen getting hurt. That's what it took.
I guess. But either way, the Bears are frauds.
Yeah,
sorry.
The Bears suck. Defense is good, but not good enough to stop the Colts running game.
And all you Bears fans, stop saying that the O-line is the problem. We watched the game. Caleb Williams was having plenty of time to throw the ball. He just, guess the ball's getting stuck to his finger.
And Anthony Richardson doing what he does, completing almost no passes, but all for good yardage. Alec Pierce had 1 reception for 44 yards. Kylan Granson had 1 reception for 40 yards.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Pittman did have 4 receptions for 38 yards, but, he's more of a short yardage guy for them. Jonathan Taylor had a catch for 25. Josh Downs, 3 receptions for 22. Just pretty okay game for Anthony Richardson outside the picks. And, the overthrown balls were so bad.
A.D. Mitchell having 0 receptions is crazy.
They don't utilize him whatsoever. I think it's just because Anthony Richardson doesn't throw the ball that much.
Yeah, and
they weren't on the field a lot.
His 1 target was a go route where he overthrew him by 15 yards.
Yeah, what is total plays in this matchup? You scroll up. Total play 84 offensive plays by the Bears to the 54 for the Colts.
Wow,
that's huge. The Bears had 30. They had the ball a whole 10 more minutes in this game.
Absurd.
It's unbelievable. And the Colts bad with penalties as well. 9 penalties for 78 yards, and they still won this game because the Bears are just inept on offense. I don't
frauds.
Get it. Yeah, the Bears are pretty bad. Okay, let's move on to the next game, which was certainly a stunner as well. The Houston Texans 7 on the road to the Vikings, who put up 34 points.
How the fuck are the Vikings 3-0?
Sam Darnold. That's why.
They are leading that gauntlet of a division.
And you want to know why? Sam Darnold was 17 for 28, which isn't even that good. 181 for 4 touchdowns. And Aaron Jones once again playing workhorse. 19 carries for 102. Just doing his job. And he had plenty of receiving yards as well. Justin Jefferson, 6 receptions, 81 yards and a touchdown. Great showing for him. Aaron Jones had a receiving touchdown. He also had 5 receptions for 46. Jalen Naylor, 3 straight weeks with a touchdown.
Yeah, who is this guy?
Unbelievable. And then the other touchdown coming from Johnny Munt on his only reception of the game. Yeah, look, Darnold looks really good. And, like, Darnold even got hurt in the third quarter. He got rolled up on a tackle and, like, got hurt in the third quarter. People didn't know if he was going to come in. J.J. McCarthy literally just tweeted and was like, Sam Darnold is so good. And then, like, the next tweet is just, like, prayers for 14. But he was fine.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah. J.J. McCarthy just needs to not talk. But on the Texans side, like, the only guy that got anything going, it seemed like, was Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Nobody else. Like, Nico had some huge plays, and so did Tank Dell. But, like, Stephon Diggs just was so consistent. 10 receptions on 12 targets for 94 yards. Nico Collins had 10 targets for only 4 receptions.
That Vikings D-line is scary.
Unbelievable D-line for the Vikings.
Terrifying. C.J. Stroud could not get anything going.
No, he was getting pressure at all times. That's why Stephon Diggs was such an asset, because he was just staying short every time.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's insane, because coming into this, you think, yeah, Texans would be 34 and the Vikings would be 7.
Yeah, Jonathan Grenard, a fantastic showing against his former team. 3 sacks.
Yeah. This was a homecoming game.
For sure. Tim Settle Jr. on the Texans had 2 sacks. Will Anderson getting one as well. Derek Barnett. A lot of sacks. Bad offensive line play overall in this game. 5 sacks by the Vikings defense, 4 by the Texans. C.J. Stroud also threw a pick in this game.
Yeah.
Yes, Cam Akers did make a tackle, and so did Nico Collins. Because of turnovers, obviously.
C.J. Stroud threw 2 picks, by the way.
Yeah, 2 picks. Sorry.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, an interesting outcome for sure in Minnesota.
I think the Texans will be just fine.
I think they will.
This was just
the Vikings are a really good team right now. They're hard to avoid.
There's a lot of teams that are just like surprisingly good this year.
Yeah, one of those teams that was surprisingly good was New Orleans Saints, but they just got humbled by the Philadelphia Eagles, 15-12.
Can we even say humbled?
I would say humbled just because the Saints have put up like 40 points the last 2 weeks.
Fair.
So to only go ahead and put up 12 against the Eagles team that has given up a decent amount of points in most of their games.
Where your best receiver didn't even catch a pass.
Yeah.
Shaheed didn't catch a pass.
Yeah, Rashid Shaheed did not catch a single pass. He had 0 anything.
Targets.
5 targets. Chris Olave had 6 targets. He had 6 receptions for 86 and a touchdown.
Yeah, well, that's because they put the rookie on Chris Olave, and Olave was just having his way.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, this season he had 6 receptions. But yeah, I don't know what the hell happened here. And like this game was garbage.
Until Saquon got the ball
until the fourth quarter. What? Yeah, Saints defense was going crazy. But like Dallas Goedert.
Yeah, what the fuck?
10 receptions, 170. What?
With
and
a long of 61.
That 61-yard play, a pivotal moment in this game.
Oh, yeah.
Like it set up the Eagles to win this game. It was unbelievable. That's a lot of receiving yards to not have a touchdown. I'm sure there's been worse, but yeah, like Devontae Smith, 7 receptions, 79 yards on 10 targets. But like, dude, it's bad when Paris Campbell is getting in the rotation.
Did Devontae Smith stay in this game? I remember he got lit up.
Yeah, he got lit up. I think he stayed in. I don't remember seeing an injury report necessarily.
All I know is that we were talking, and it's just like you're sitting there, you're listening to us. Now imagine the Eagles offense with no A.J. Brown and no Devontae Smith.
Yeah, so Saquon Barkley and Dallas Goedert, and that's it. Nick, can you scroll up real quick so we can look at Saquon's day? Because it was unfucking believable.
Oh, yeah.
17 carries, 147 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He also had like 4 receptions for 9 yards, which isn't really anything. But
hey, he didn't drop a pass this time.
That's true. Saquon did not drop a pivotal pass in a big moment. Yeah, Johnny Wilson got a reception for 9 yards.
Hey, big.
He also dropped one. Wasn't great.
Yeah, pretty bad drop.
Yeah, it was a bad drop. But yeah, the Eagles somehow pull it out. It was kind of crazy because there was also this huge moment where they could have kicked the field goal and tied it up. It was a 3-0 game. I think it was in the second quarter, maybe the third quarter. Philly could have just tied it up. They were in what? They were on like the 40-yard line, probably. They were on like the Saints 40.
It would have been like a 53-yarder.
Yeah. So they easily had a field goal in Jake Elliott's range.
In the league.
Yeah. And instead they try and go for it, and it falls apart. Brian Brzee, fantastic day. 2 sacks. But yeah, the Eagles, I think that was a bonehead move by Sirianni. Obviously, they end up winning in the end, but that was like a pivotal 3 points at the time. So Saints were close, but the Eagles take this one. Okay. Yeah, no, Rashid Shaheed, bad day. No. All right. Next game. Sorry.
So
what
I
you got?
want to say I looked up what's the most receiving yards in the NFL without a touchdown in a single game. Anyone wanna take a guess?
183.
I'm going to go 210.
You're both sort of on the right track. It was 284.
Oh,
Not
Jesus.
83. That was the only reason. It was Antonio Brown
Oh.
in 2015 against Oakland.
Garbage.
284 yards, no touchdown. Calvin Johnson also on this list. Justin Jefferson on this list. Keenan Allen. Antonio Brown again on this list.
Patrick
Kinda
Mahomes threw a
crazy.
pick.
Let's go.
I'm not saying we should start rioting in the streets, but Mercedes-Benz Stadium might be going crazy. I'm putting it out there. Okay. Next game. Actually, kind of a fun game to watch.
Yeah.
Chargers 10, Steelers 20.
Yeah, why
Steelers
was it,
get the win.
a fun game for you, Gray?
It was a fun game.
Yeah, why?
Nothing to say about it. It was garbage a little bit. But Justin Fields looked like fun. He was a fun player to watch in this game. The Chargers side, not as much. Chargers,
J.K.
not
Dobbins
as much
is
fun.
human.
Yes, he is human. Like I've been saying, he looks too good and too healthy. He didn't get beat up in this game, but he sure got stopped. 15 carries, 44 yards for him. Herbert very much banged up coming into this one, then ends up leaving the game later.
Yeah, T.J. Watt fucked him up.
Yeah, T.J. Watt really had him shaken up. And it also, on the Pittsburgh side, Justin Fields, 25 for 32, 245, touchdown and interception. Got sacked only 2 times. Not bad.
Hey, I'm very impressed with his 245 passing yards.
Yeah, and the fact that he only ran 6 times, one of them for a touchdown. And then Najee had a pretty solid day, 18 carries, 70 yards, but nobody else really doing much there. Calvin Austin, a fantastic day. He had 55-yard long on 4 receptions, 95 yards, and a touchdown. George Pickens did fine. It seemed like he just was not getting open a lot.
You know it's an Arthur Smith offense when Scotty Miller has 2 receptions for 31 yards.
That's a fantastic point. Yeah, and Cordero Patterson, I think, touched the ball like 6 times, which is unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's 4 too many.
Dog.
Yeah, Connor Hayward, dog.
Can you scroll down to see how many sacks TJ Watt had?
Yeah.
Just one? No.
Just one. Oh, Nick Herbig had 2, though. Cameron Hayward had 1, and Landon Roberts had 1.
Like we easily saw 3 from
I think he
Taylor.
was getting to the quarterback a lot, but I feel like Herbert was throwing him away.
I don't know.
Yeah, he hit the quarterback
You
twice.
see, when Taylor Heineke came in, he had more sacks than Justin Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
He finished the game with 3.
and because of that, it's because in this game, 2 Chargers offensive linemen went down. One of them being Joe Alt.
He was getting manhandled. TJ Watt was
Yeah.
having his way.
And TJ Watt is the one that kind of forced him into the situation where he got hurt. Because it was Nick Herbig
Whoa.
coming from one side. Yeah, Tierre Tart had an okay game. Yeah.
Where's his neck at?
Where's what?
Neck.
Gotcha. No.
What?
Just no, we're not doing that one. No, it's Kuntz, but yeah, we're not doing it.
I definitely would have said it wrong.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I don't think
Okay, before we move on from this game, though, there was one extremely weird call that happened. Maybe the weirdest roughing the passer I've ever seen
Oh, yeah.
get called. It was called against the Chargers. Broderick Jones was blocking Khalil Mack, and like pretty, normal blocking, and then Khalil tries to go around him, like just slide to the right. Cupid shuffle. Or no, Casper slide. That's the Casper slide, right? Yeah.
I don't know that.
You know the Casper slide.
Do I?
Slide to the right, slide to the left, crisscross.
Oh, that's what.
Yeah, that's the Casper slide. Yeah, featuring the Platinum Band.
I never knew the name of that until just.
Dude, we played it. Whatever.
I didn't know the name.
Whatever. So, Broderick
They
Jones.
say it at the beginning of the song. It says, "This is the Casper Slide Part 2." Right at the beginning.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that was the name of the song.
All right.
We about to get
Funky.
funky.
Yeah. Okay. Broderick Jones, as Khalil Mack does the Casper slide. Broderick Jones picks him.
Khalil Mack's doing the Casper slide.
Yeah. He's the one that slid to the right.
Oh.
Broderick Jones lifted him up and threw him into into Justin. I've got this
No, you got it.
backwards.
You're right.
Justin Fields.
Yeah.
He threw him into Justin Fields. I wrote down Herbert. That would be
Ooh.
weird for Khalil Mack to sack Justin Herbert. But Broderick Jones threw Khalil Mack into Justin Fields and got a roughing the passer called. It looked so weird on the replay, but it went by. But yeah, next game, weirder game. Weirdest outcome of the week, I would probably say. Broncos 26, Buccaneers 7.
Bo Nix is legit.
Bo Nix went to Tampa and said, fuck you. I'm here. I have arrived. Bo Nix has arrived. 25 for 36, 216. Didn't have a touchdown, but he did run in one.
Justice for Gotham.
Thanks. Baker had a pretty bad day.
Oh, yeah.
I would say. 25 for 33 for only 163. Had a touchdown and an interception. He got sacked 3 times. Denver's defense has never looked this good.
I thought that says 7.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he was sacked 7 times. Bucky Irving had a good day, though, on the ground once again.
Yeah,
Bo Nix's former teammate.
Bucky Irving is RB1.
He is. Rashad White can't run the ball.
Yeah.
Now, how many receiving yards does Rashad White have? Probably 20? 18? Bucky Irving had 14. So, yeah, I think Bucky Irving's genuinely just better. Yeah, I think Bucky Irving's just better. Cortland Sutton had a decent day, 7 receptions, just sure hands for him. He had 11 targets, but 7 receptions, 68 yards.
Lil Jordan.
Yeah, Lil Jordan Humphrey had a good day. 8 targets, 6 receptions, 37 yards.
And we finally saw why Pat Surtain got paid.
Yeah, no, Pat Surtain had the locks on.
Mike Evans had 2 receptions, I think, for like 17 yards.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
And only 3 targets. So Baker didn't even want to throw his way.
No, but the Denver defense just showed out. Dondria Tillman had 2 sacks. Jonathan Cooper, Zach Allen, John Franklin Myers, Nick Bonito, Devin Key, all recording sacks.
You get a sack. And you get a sack.
Pause.
Nothing to pause about that.
Will Lutz kicking field goals for sure.
The only bright side of Nathan's day.
Yeah. Will Lutz 4 for 4 and 2 for 2 on the extra points. Yeah, not much else to say about this. Just the Buccaneers' offense was horrendous, and they couldn't stop somehow Bo Nix.
Yeah, Bo Nix just looked good.
Yeah, and now we get into this 4 o'clock slate that was unbelievable. We're going to. This is also, before we get into this game, further proof we've got to always have 4 or more 4 o'clock games. There should never be another week like last week where we have 10 1 o'clock games and 3 4 o'clock games. It should never happen. There should always be 4 plus. I think 5 was the perfect number this week because it allowed us to ignore Dolphins Seahawks.
Oh, that's so bad.
But we did get to watch the Carolina Panthers head to Vegas and win 36-22 with Andy motherfucking Dalton, baby. He went nuts. Probably like everybody thought he would.
He just kept pounding.
Yeah, he kept pounding, and the Panthers get a victory. So we promised at the beginning of the season, I think it was on an episode with Ethan, that we would play the Keep Pounding song for the Panthers when they win.
Tummy ache.
Yeah, so Nathan, please hit it.
Keep pounding.
Yep.
Keep pounding. Keep pounding.
We can't hear it.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Surfer. Let's go. Let's go Panthers, baby. So, yeah, Devontae Adams will be sneak dissing Gardner Minshew at every time possible for the next 3 weeks until Aiden O'Connell's the starter.
Yeah, Aiden O'Connell needs to be the starter.
What? No way. That's why we're going to win. We're winning because Jet and Pookie are on the sidelines in their Falcons gear. Yeah, looking absolutely fire tonight. That's awesome. Yeah.
Zamir White still can't run the ball.
Yeah, Zamir White, still bad. Gardner Minshew, even worse. There was this one pass. Me and Colin were watching the game, and Colin's like, pass to Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams, perfect route to the sideline. If Gardner would have put it on the sideline, it's a catch for sure. I think it was a first down as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely totally missed it so bad and threw like the easiest interception ever to the defender. But yeah, the Red Rider, 26 for 37, 319, 3 touchdowns. The first quarterback this season to have 300 plus yards and 3 touchdowns in a single game.
I was going to say 300 plus touchdowns.
300 plus touchdowns would be crazy.
And how about Chuba Hubbard?
Yeah, Chuba Hubbard was unbelievable. 21 carries, 114 yards.
Yeah, Miles Bummy Sanders never needs to touch the ball again.
Unless you're on like the 1 yard line, you can get a touchdown. Oh, okay. Deontay Johnson. Like, okay, that's how you know Andy Dalton's doing some miracle. He's doing some miracle work. Deontay Johnson looked good.
Yeah.
Other than the 14 targets and the easily dropped touchdown. 8 receptions, 122, and a touchdown. Chuba Hubbard had a receiving touchdown and 5 receptions on 5 targets for 55 yards. Adam Thielen had a touchdown, which he got injured on.
Yeah, his hip popped out of place.
Yeah. But, like...
It didn't really. It's just an old joke.
But Andy Dalton was finding everybody. He found Xavier Legette a couple times, Tommy Tremble, Jonathan Mingo. Like, this was unbelievable from Andy Dalton. It starts to continue this conversation of, like, is this a Bryce Young problem? Yes, it is a Bryce Young problem.
Yeah.
I'm going to apologize to the Panthers, not to the offensive line, totally, but just to the Panthers themselves.
Yeah, I mean, the offensive line is still bad.
Get that off the screen right now.
Offensive line is still bad.
Yeah, the offensive line is still bad. It's just Andy Dalton is much more competent of a passer when he's in a situation where he knows, okay, I got to get the ball out
A lot
quick.
more experience, too.
Yeah, like Max Crosby wasn't like a huge factor in this game. And that's
Christian-
a big testament
Christian
to what
Wilkins was.
Yeah, Christian Wilkins was. But the Carolina Panthers obviously game planned for this, and it looked pretty good. Also, I think we're also just getting to this point where it's like Bryce Young is too short to be a quarterback.
Yeah.
I think that's also what's happening here. For the Raiders, Trey Tucker, the leading receiver on this team, 7 receptions, 96 yards, and a touchdown. Then it was Jacoby Myers with 7 receptions.
5 of those from Jacoby came on the very last drive when Aiden O'Connell was in the game.
Okay, let's talk about this real quick. So Trey Tucker, Jacoby Myers, and Devontae Adams all got 9 targets. Devontae Adams had 4 receptions for 40 yards. You can't blame him on almost any of them. None of them were drops. Like, it was truly unbelievable what was going on to Devontae Adams. It was like there was a drive where they hit Jacoby Myers 5 times?
Yeah.
It was unreal. But then they throw to Devontae Adams and it's overthrown. Incomplete. Like, what? How?
Like Devontae said, like on receivers, they're going to get him killed out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of those slant
And guess
routes and
what?
everything
Aiden
like that.
O'Connell came in late in the game. He looked great.
Yeah. Maybe.
Aiden O'Connell needs to be starting.
Yeah.
I said that from the jump.
You
Okay.
let him play almost all year last year, find his rhythm.
Yeah.
Why? And then you're just going to be like, all right, yeah, we're going to go with this guy.
Yeah, but shout out the Panthers offensive line for only allowing 2 sacks.
Yeah.
Shout out Michael Jackson for the interception for the Panthers. Nice. That's exactly what I wanted you to do when I said that. All right, let's talk about the worst game of the week. Dolphins 3, Seahawks 24.
Nah, this wasn't that.
It wasn't that bad. Geno Smith, still bad. Despite them putting up 24 points, still a bad showing. 26 for 34,
he's
289.
just lucky DK bailed him out of a 70.
1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. DK totally bailed him out like in the first quarter. In the first quarter, they put up 17. DK had 1 touchdown in the first quarter, a 71-yard receiving touchdown. Zach Charbonnet, 18 carries, 91 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He had a fantastic day in the second week in a row without Kenneth Walker. The Seahawks offense just kind of showed up, but Geno's still throwing picks. And Skylar Thompson, we already knew he was horrible, and then he got hit hard multiple times. Right before the half, right as they came back out of the half, and then he got hurt. Was getting x-rays, and in the meantime, Tim Boyle had to enter the game.
This Miami O-line is going to get someone killed.
They are. No, yeah, they kind of did. I would like to figure out if I'm able to purchase a life insurance policy on everybody in the QB room for the Miami Dolphins.
2 of them don't have brain cells right now.
Exactly. I think I could probably do something here.
You just got to get through Tim Boyle and Tyler Huntley.
Yeah, I don't really need anything from Tim Boyle. Yeah. They were spreading the ball around for sure. Like Durham Smythe got a reception. Alec Ingold had 3 receptions.
Same amount as Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
Who the fuck is D. Eskridge?
Yeah. He had 1 catch for 30 yards.
Like, Julian Hill? That's the wrong Hill, buddy.
Yeah. Crazy. Just absolutely insane. Yeah, DK really the only big impact
This game
receiver.
sucked.
4 receptions, 104. Yeah, this game was absolutely horrendous. Who had all the sacks for the Seahawks?
Oh, it was
Derek Hall.
Mafe.
Yeah,
too.
Boy Mafe also had a sack. A
Jaron
number
Reed.
of people had, and Dramont Jones. A lot of guys. Yeah. What? Shut up, bro. Okay, we'll move on from this game.
Literally.
It really sucked. Lions.
What's this?
We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Lions 20, Cardinals 13. This game was interesting, I would say. I didn't. It's because that game finished before the other two. Yeah, I know. This was not the offensive explosion I was promised.
No,
The over-under for this game was 51.5.
yeah, I thought this game was gonna be a lot better.
Yeah. Jared Goff, 18 for 23, 199, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's like the most average Jared Goff game you could ever have.
Yeah, Jared Goff is trash.
And Kyler Murray did the exact same thing. His average showing, 21 for 34, 207, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, had 5 carries for 45 yards.
I think the biggest thing, the Lions were able to stop James Conner. Like
Yeah.
James Conner was a non-factor.
Yeah, and on the offensive side, they could run the ball. They were not getting stopped in the running game. David Montgomery, 23 carries, 105, and a touchdown. And then Jahmyr Gibbs had 16 carries for 83 yards. It was unbelievable what they were doing in the running game, and that's a big part of why the Lions won. Like, they scored all 20 of their points in the first half, and then the defense just bucked up and got stops all throughout the second half. Matt Prater came in and kicked 2 field goals in this game, one in the second, one in the fourth, but obviously not enough. And the Lions get a much-needed victory against a Cardinals team that has kind of gotten unlucky. Like, they were super close to pulling off a big win against the Bills in Week 1. And then they get this huge win against the Rams, and then they run into the Lions.
And I just want to say, Bryn, I'm very sorry. I told you to start Jameson Williams over DJ Moore. It turns out, I made the wrong choice. So I apologize, and I hope you can forgive me.
I think you just said I made it the wrong choice.
I don't know. I made it.
Okay. Blake Gillikin? Is that what it is?
Damn, 260
Gillikin?
yards worth of punting.
Damn.
You
5
fucked. He only had
punts.
one.
Yeah,
inside the
one.
20,
Yeah,
so
I would have
that's-
rather had Jack Fox. He had 4 inside 20. Yeah. But so would Jack Fox's because it's 49 and up. Yeah, he did a 1 touchback. But he had 4 inside 20, so it would have counteracted that big time. Chiefs touchdown.
Rashee
Rice. Yeah, there's not much else to say about Lions Cardinals. It was kind of just a odd game for sure. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a good idea. Throw
Yeah,
him
no,
to the ground.
honestly, it is. Break his ankle.
Yeah.
Sorry. Actually, I probably should.
No. We're not rooting for injuries here, but
No.
like if it happened, I wouldn't be.
You can bleep that out, right?
Nah. That's a pretty big difference for punters. All right.
Got a good game here.
We go into we got a good game here, but yeah, Rigoberto Sanchez is a good-ass punter. Okay, 49ers 24, Rams 27. What an amazing game to watch.
Yeah.
Because Jawan Jennings and Brock Purdy were putting up fantasy numbies for me and Colin. It was unbelievable. The connection between Jawan Jennings and Brock Purdy was truly unbelievable. Brock Purdy, 22 for 30 in this game. He threw for 292 and 3 touchdowns, no picks, got sacked once for 4 yards. He also fumbled and lost that fumble. But on the ground, Jordan Mason, 19 carries, 77 yards. Brock Purdy, 10 carries, 41 yards. Not a bad day. And then Jawan Jennings, 11 receptions, 175, and 3 touchdowns, including a catch that might not be topped. It was one of the most ridiculous catches I've maybe ever seen. And for it to come from Jawan Jennings, of all people.
I don't think it's better than the Julio Jones over Luke Kuechly.
That's true. Or even Justin Jefferson's one-handed one from 2 years ago.
Or Odell.
Yeah, no, or Odell's.
Yes.
But like this one is more difficult than anything.
Yeah.
Like the physicality in this catch was unbelievable
Yeah.
from Jawan Jennings. I genuinely don't know how it even happened.
You just got mossed. That's it.
Yeah. And on the Rams side, Kyron Williams had a really good game, 24 carries, 89 yards, but he got 2 touchdowns.
3 total touchdowns. 'Cause he had the receiving
Stafford
one.
genuinely looks hurt at all times.
He's probably mentally beat up.
Yeah.
Missing Cooper Kupp and Puka.
Yeah, he
Nacua.
probably is. This whole team is injured. Matthew Stafford, 16 for 25, 221 and a touchdown. Kyron had a good day in the running game. Tutu Atwell was his only receiving option. He had a good game. He went down for a moment, came back in, but 4 receptions, 90-something yards for him.
Oh, yeah.
We're about to
show it.
watch this catch. It was just truly unbelievable. that he came down with that.
We all get him. And he did this.
And then, everybody is loving the Kai Cenat thing that he told Travis Hunter to do. But yeah, what an unbelievable catch by Juwan Jennings. And it's just an unbelievable showing. But also a comeback victory for the Los Angeles Rams. Just truly unbelievable. I think at one point they were down 21-7 and then just started rolling. And won this game. A 13-point fourth quarter gets them the victory. And you had, Jake Moody, he missed a field goal, right?
Yep.
When they could have easily ran the ball and tried to set up an easier field goal.
Yeah. Also, Brandon Ayuk is a fraud.
Yeah, he sucks.
Got paid for what? Can't even catch the ball.
Yeah,
I'm
10
happy
targets.
he got rocked there at the end of the game.
10 targets, 5 receptions.
Trying to start a fight and shit.
Yeah, well, I don't blame him for trying to start a fight. He got rocked.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Yeah, that guy sucks. Holy shit. 0 receptions for -3 yards.
Was that in the
Oh, that was probably on the laterals.
lateral?
They tried to lateral at the end of the game.
Hook and ladder.
Yeah, did not work. What? Oh, I didn't even know it happened. I didn't see it. You should have said that in the mic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Amon-Ra ran a little curl route, caught it, and immediately it was designed for it. Catches it, tosses it straight to Gibbs, who then runs for a touchdown.
That's
20
sick.
yards.
That's sick as
I'm
hell.
very confused how the fantasy stats work for that.
It's a reception for one of them and rushing yards for the other. I believe.
Is it a
Actually, no. That I think it
I
is
don't
receiving
know.
yards.
I'm not sure.
is it a fumble?
No. No, it
I'm
doesn't.
just so curious as to like.
Doesn't count as fumble.
Maybe
Or
they'll look it up.
you could look it up. You could also just scroll down
You
right now,
should.
and all of the laterals that happen there would show up in the fumbles.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I don't think they
true.
do. No, they don't. Jake Brindle's final one was
Think
a
they
fumble.
should count as a fumble?
No, not if it's voluntary.
Also, San Fran
Unless
is in,
it's dropped and hits the ground. I
San
think
Fran's
is what
in
makes it a
last
fumble.
place in this division.
Yeah, San Fran
3
sucks.
teams in this division are 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Seattle being the
yeah,
only team
they've
that's
lost to
3-0.
the Vikings and the Rams. That's horrendous. And this is just classic Kyle Shanahan.
Wait, click on the 49ers again. I want to see who they got next couple weeks.
Yeah, that's a good. All right. We've
New
got
England should be a dub.
Yeah.
Arizona, that's going to be a tough game. Seattle, I think, will even be a tough.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
Seattle.
They have
On
a
Thursday night.
gauntlet coming up.
Yeah,
bro.
Kansas
Arizona,
City,
Seattle, KC, Dallas, Tampa, Seattle, Green Bay. Who's after Green Bay? Buff.
And then they're going to win against Chicago in December. The 49ers got some tests, man. They need some guys to come back healthy, though. You were missing Kittle and Debo and McCaffrey in this game. That's literally your 3 best players, probably. Especially with how bad Ayuk is.
Not anymore.
Yeah, Juwan Jennings is up there.
Juwan Jennings and Jordan Mason
Yeah.
are the new 49ers.
Yeah, all right. Our last game from the 4 o'clock games, Ravens 28, Cowboys 25. This game was boring as hell in the second half until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Like, we had, the Ravens pretty well run away with it. It was 21-6 going into the half. They were just kicking ass and taking names. Derrick Henry looked phenomenal. Lamar Jackson looked pretty damn good. 12 for 15, 182, 1 touchdown, no sacks, which is crazy. He also had 14 carries for 87 yards and a touchdown, and then Derrick Henry 25, 151, 2 touchdowns. And they were that was really all they had to do was just run all over the Cowboys. Dak Prescott, though, threw a lot of passes, not as many as Caleb Williams, but he threw 51 of them, completed 28, had 379 and 2 touchdowns, no picks. Jake Ferguson turning it up late in the game, 6 receptions, 95 yards, got me some fantasy points. He had a great late touchdown by Kevontae Turpin. Jalen Tolbert, once again, just making an impact. I guess we were wrong about him. Shout out Luke, his favorite player. Hunter Lipke had some big receptions out of the fullback spot. 2, I think, 20-plus, or close to 20 on one of them 24 yards. He had 2 receptions, 41 yards. But, yeah, the Cowboys tried to bring this close. They recovered an onside kick. Went down, scored a touchdown off of it, and then continued to roll, tried again, did it again. Isaiah Likely did absolutely nothing in this game. Mark Andrews also did absolutely nothing, but also Lamar only threw 15 passes, only completed 12 of them.
Yeah, best tight end was Charlie Kohler.
Yeah, and Nelson Aguilar, a wonderful 56-yard play that he got down on the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, Brendan Aubrey is really good at football.
yeah, Brandon Aubrey has replaced Justin Tucker because Justin Tucker, bad.
Yeah.
Missed 45-yarder or so, 46-yarder. Brandon Aubrey made one from 65, which is a yard short of Justin Tucker's record.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Brandon Aubrey I think he's breaking the record. The next time, does Dallas play Denver this year? I need to know the next time the Dallas Cowboys play Denver.
He's certified goober.
Damn it, they don't play the Broncos this year. The next time that the
they come to
Cowboys,
Atlanta.
yeah, I know. The next time that the Cowboys play in Denver, Brandon Aubrey is breaking the record.
Oh yeah,
100%. Okay, that's all the games.
That's kind of a blitz.
Yeah. Thursday night was Jets 24, Patriots 7. You guys already know what
game
happened.
kind of sucked. Patriots are
Really
awful.
bad. Yeah, Ramondre Stevenson. Nathan, your favorite fantasy player? 0.3 points.
If anyone wanted to win some money, bet the under on all my fantasy players.
Yeah.
Except Breece Hall.
Except Breece Hall.
That's it.
Yeah.
Bet
Shout
the
out
under.
Braylon Allen. Well, if you bet Breece Hall's rushing yards, you'd have been probably fine on the under.
Bet the under on all my players.
Yeah.
And I hope you lose money.
Okay. That's mean.
Are the Jets going to try to keep Braylon Allen as long as they can as a backup?
Hey, he's a
with
rookie. Why
Brees?
not? You want to have 2 running backs.
Yeah.
Everybody does. Let's be
But
honest.
Braylon Allen is good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he is.
I think he compares well with Brees because he's a much bigger running back.
Yeah, for sure. He's short, big.
It's like a mini Derrick Henry.
Yeah. Yeah, very
Actually, no,
mini.
that's Tajay Spears.
Yeah, Tajay Spears literally looks like a mini Derrick Henry. Okay, let's talk about Sunday Night Football. That's going on right now. Falcons 7, Chiefs 7, halfway through the
Whoa.
second quarter. Kirk Cousins 6 for 8, 68 yards. Nice. Hell yeah. Maybe one more yard would be cool. And one more yard on an incompletion. And he's got a touchdown to none other than Drake London on his only reception of the game. Darnell Mooney, 3 receptions, 37 yards. Having a day. Ray McLeod, 2 receptions, 17 yards. Kyle Pitts, 1 target, nothing. Patrick Mahomes, how about Samaje Perine as well? But Patrick Mahomes, 12 for 18, 94 yards thus far, a touchdown and a pick. Samaje Perine, 5 carries, 25 yards already in this game, so looking good in the absence of Isaiah Pacheco. Carson Steele, 4 carries, 13 yards. Not a bad day, not a great one. He hasn't fumbled yet, to my knowledge, so better than last week. Receiving wise, not much has really happened. Rashee Rice is getting fed as per usual.
5 receptions.
Yeah, 5 receptions, 54 yards, and a touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 2 receptions, 17 yards. Travis Kelce, still not doing much. 2 targets, 2 receptions, only 4 yards on a long of 3. Do we know if Taylor's in attendance? Is Taylor in Atlanta right now? We haven't seen anything of Taylor, so I would have to assume she is not at the game.
No.
Or it would be all we are seeing, if I had to guess. But
Also, yo, look at that fantasy team right there.
wow, that is
Yeah, Nathan, you know that team we drafted for
Brutal.
Jackson? Put up a total of 37 points this week.
that is unbelievably bad. Wow.
Yo, Jack, if you're listening to this, I blame Nathan. No,
Okay.
yeah. Moving on. Yeah, Darnell Mooney's doing really well. Oh, Kyle Pitts just got a 50-yard reception.
Fuck yeah, Kyle. Kyle Pitts is the real goddamn deal. Where are we at now? Did that just... Wait, what? Hold on. If we have the ball on the Atlanta 49, how did he just get a 50-yard reception? It
Look,
wasn't for a touchdown. Did you get down on the 1?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I think we're about to... Oh, is there a flag?
It's on Trent McDuffie. Defense. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, 50 yards. That's crazy.
Wow. I think they'll show a replay probably. Like, oh, it was a touchdown.
Oh, wait, they called it a touchdown?
What the hell?
I'm so confused.
Let's watch. Kirk Cousins drops back.
Oh,
Throws a
wow.
pass
What a
right
route.
over the head of who looks like Justin Reed. Kyle Pitts fighting with Justin Reed all the way down. Oh, yeah, he definitely tripped Drake London right there. Okay, so, yeah, Trent McDuffie tripped Drake London, which was a flag. Okay, so it wasn't a touchdown. Why the hell did they put the touchdown graphic up? And why are we taking Kyle Pitts out of the game when he just got us
Bro,
up there?
he's tired.
I don't care, bro. He's a red zone target, and you gotta use him like one.
You know damn well we're on the 1 yard line. Bijan's just gonna run this shit in.
Nah, it's going to Algier.
Nah, it's definitely going to Bijan.
Fuck yes.
What a play.
Oh, that was sneaky as hell. Did he get in?
Yeah, he got it.
He got in for sure.
Yeah, that's Tutty.
Tutty.
Bijan.
BJ, as Troy Aikman was calling him last week.
BJ Robinson.
Yeah. Let's go. Bijan Robinson touchdown. All right.
Nice.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm just a beast we turn me on into the future.
Okay. We're not singing Black Eyed Peas. Thank you, though. Let's do a quick Monday night preview.
Yep.
We've got a Monday night doubleheader this week.
Bills by 90.
Yeah, probably. Bills Jags at 7:30 on ESPN.
I feel like this could be close.
Nah, Trevor Lawrence's ass. He's washed. That's how I'm rolling for the rest of the year.
All right.
Buffalo 5.5-point favorites in Buffalo.
Oh, in Buffalo? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Bills Mafia will be all in Trevor's head. I was about to call him Caleb, and then I almost called him Tyler. Trevor and Lawrence. And then the second game at 8:15, Commanders Bengals in Cincinnati. I'm going to be honest, I don't know how it's going to go. I don't like that Cincinnati's a 7.5-point favorite.
I think this could be a lot closer than people think.
That's what I'm thinking. I think for sure the Commanders could cover.
I'm just worried about the Commanders' defense.
Yeah, and with T. Higgins coming back, that could be a big problem.
It's going to be a lot more one-on-one Jamar Chase.
Yeah, which is not fun.
Yeah,
Not
it's
fun.
Really not.
Ask anybody from like the second half of last year. It's not fun. Even when what's his fuck is it quarterback? Who was the quarterback last year? Jake Browning. Even when Jake Browning's a quarterback.
What'd you say?
What do you mean? Okay.
Should do one of the live ones.
What's the live bet? Let the people know.
Kyle Pitts receiving yards.
Kyle Pitts receiving yards was still at 67.5. And I
Oh
got it.
my god.
And I got it placed.
That's crazy.
What'd you pair it with?
Imagine you sell because of what you paired it with.
I definitely might because you have to pick people from different teams.
Ooh.
Cousins 0.5 rushing yards.
Boosted.
Oh, it's boosted. That's kind of big.
Mahomes 20.5 rushing yards already has 9.
Okay.
And against a Atlanta defense that's been pretty good at pressuring quarterbacks out of the pocket.
Yeah.
I just can't believe Kyle Pitts allowed me to get 67.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yeah,
He needs
pretty solid.
18 more yards for the rest of the game.
I have a 9-leg going right now just for Sunday Night Football.
Unbelievable.
2 of them have already hit.
that's
You're a psycho.
That's irresponsible, bro.
Call 1-800-GAMBLER,
Bro,
Colin.
Look, check it out. So, look.
Rashid's close.
This is how you know you have a problem. When you go, check it out. Look, check it out.
I will say I was with him when he took a lot of these, and like 2 of them already hit, and like 3 of them are like very close.
Justin Watson needs one more catch. Like this.
For everyone
Yeah,
listening,
no,
this is
it's
not gambling advice. Please don't
pretty
listen.
close. Yeah.
Call 1-800-GAMBLER if you have a problem, or the Tennessee Red Line if you're in Tennessee.
Listen, you're never gonna win anything unless you just use your name. You
Shut
don't
up.
have to worry about changing your name, okay?
Oh, wait, have you changed your sentiment here?
Yeah.
You're changing. Okay, what if I bring up the name Keyshawn Booty? Okay. All right. Yeah, that's enough. Yeah. Okay. All right. What the fuck is happening right now? You know what? I think this is a good time to just transition to a different topic.
Let's go to MLB.
Yeah, we did. We
Yeah.
said Commanders
This is
Bengals.
gonna
It's a
be-
bad line.
Any score predictions?
I already did mine on Friday. Go
Okay,
look
cool.
at them.
Yeah.
MLB playoff picture. The we'll start here. The entire NL Central outside of the Brewers eliminated for themselves from the playoffs in the last 24 hours.
Let's go. Dansby Swanson, you went to the wrong team, Buckaroo.
Yeah, dummy. Well, we might also not make the playoffs.
No, we're gonna make
but yeah, the NL Central is horrible. Fun fact: Nolan Arenado has won more playoff games in his career with the Rockies than the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So
And to
that's,
think when
fun.
Paul Goldschmidt and Arenado went to the Cardinals, everyone was like,
The Cardinals.
the Cardinals? Can you guys cut me some fucking slack?
No,
No? Okay.
continue. Okay, you can't just not say anything. You were saying something. Say it.
Yeah. Everyone thought this was going to be a super team.
Yeah, they did. And like, what happened to what's his name? DeYoung, Paul DeYoung,
White Sox.
Colton Wong. Harrison Bader, Tyler O'Neill, they're all gone.
Yeah.
Pitching, Adam Wainwright, retired. Michaelis, ass.
Lance Lynn,
ass. Sonny Gray, not great. Also, fun fact, the Cardinals finished, as of right now, third in this division with a negative 59 run differential. It's almost as bad as the Pirates who are in last.
I
The Reds
thought
are plus
Pirates were gonna be
14.
good. Paul Skeens really fell off, didn't he?
Kinda did. Yeah, no, Jackson Merrill, far and away, rookie of the year to me. Let's talk a little bit about Colin from last week with a hell of a pick. Hell of a prediction. He said that the Tigers would be in the AL wildcard race. The next 3 days after he said that, they swept the Royals. Now they're tied with the Royals. The Royals still have the advantage on tiebreak, but the Royals have lost 7 straight and are now tied with them in the division. So huge stuff. Yeah, the Twins now 1 game behind both the Royals and Tigers. So the Twins are out of the wild card picture, but they have a higher playoff percentage based on ESPN's predictions.
It's based on strength of schedule.
Yeah. The remainder of their schedule for the Twins is a little
Like
bit
Detroit
easier.
still got some work to do.
Yeah, and the
But-
White Sox only have a week to win 4 games
Now,
to get to 40
with
wins.
how good Tarek Skubal is pitched this year, there's not a single way he's not making the playoffs.
We'll see. He might even get the AL Triple Crown. He might get the AL Triple Crown. Tarek Skubal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about it. World Series, Game 7. Tarek Skubal, Chris Sale.
Yeah, NL versus AL Cy Young. I don't think the Tigers Braves are going to be playing in the World Series. I'll just say that now.
Hey, in October, anything can happen.
True. Yeah, there is a chance that neither of them play in October. Then again, my World Series prediction was Twins Braves at the beginning of the season, so that hasn't gone well. That was Nathan.
Nathan just shit his pants.
Nathan just shit his pants. He had a whole bowl of Chipotle in 5 minutes before we started recording. So, yeah, no. Okay. Enough of that. Let's just get a quick update just on where everybody's at by division. We'll start in the AL East. The Yankees have clinched the playoffs, not the division just yet. They will clinch the division probably in the next couple days. The Red Sox and Rays they're on the brink of elimination from the playoffs, now 14 games out of their division. The Orioles only 6 games out of the division, but they hold the number 1 wild card spot in the AL. So they have a 99.8% chance to make it in with 86 wins. Jesus. Now going into the AL Central, the Cleveland Guardians have clinched their division now with a 7.5 game lead with a week to go. So they have 90 wins, 67 losses. An unbelievable season for the Cleveland Guardians. Stephen Vogt, guaranteed AL Manager of the Year. What are we doing? Oh, okay. And then, as we said, Royals, Tigers, 82 wins. They're 7.5 games back in that division. So it's still not in reach, but the wild card is certainly a factor for those 3. In the AL West, the Houston Astros on the brink of grabbing that spot, the final playoff spot. They'll be the lowest seeded division winner out of the entire MLB with only 85 wins as of right now, 71 losses. The Mariners right behind them, not out of the race for the division, but 5 games behind them, very much out of the race for the wild card, if I had to guess.
With the Phillies winning tonight, is that they clinch, right?
If the Phillies win tonight, I believe they will clinch this division. But they have clinched playoff berth as we switch over to the National League. They're playing the Mets as of right now, and they're down 2-1. So we need a Phillies win.
So bad.
Unbelievably bad. We need a Phillies win because as of right now, we are 1.5 games behind the Mets. Mets loss puts us just 1 game back before a 3-game stretch against the Mets.
The thing is, Zach Wheeler has literally gone 7 innings.
Yeah.
8 Ks, 2 runs, 1 walk, 6 hits.
Mm-hmm.
He's only at 91 pitches.
Damn. Okay, how incredibly lucky are the Mets that Francisco Lindor went down and you just happened to have pulled up Luis Angel Acuna, who's been on fire?
Yeah, very lucky. Also, Tigers win again today.
Let's go. Tigers beat the Orioles today. Yeah, Phillies clinched playoff berth. They haven't necessarily clinched the division. They're extremely close. Probably will tomorrow if the Braves win. Or actually, I think they might tonight.
I think if they win,
if they win tonight, they will clinch the division. nonetheless, the Mets in second, 86-69, and the Atlanta Braves 85-71. Nationals, Marlins out of the picture. Don't know if CJ Abrams has any picks, but I'm not going to take whatever he's betting on.
Braves should sign him.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
No.
We have enough people on our team with problems.
He's not a problem. He's just a kid.
He's 23 years old. He should know not to be gambling until 8 a.m. when he has a game at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
23 years old. You think you'd know better? Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the NL Central. The Milwaukee Brewers clinched that division, and nobody else can even make the playoffs. So not much else to talk about. They have 89 wins, 67 losses. They'll probably get the 3 seed in the National League, which means they will play the lowest ranked wild card team, which as of right now is the Mets or potentially the Braves.
I don't want to play the Brewers.
I don't either. They're so fucking good. The Los Angeles Dodgers have clinched the playoffs. They have not clinched the division just yet. Only a 3-game lead over the Padres as it stands. While the Padres hold the top wild card spot, the Diamondbacks the second wild card spot. Those 3 teams are unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is a big, big deal.
We need the Diamondbacks to lose out.
Yeah, we do. Just for safe measure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's look at the wild card real quick, just see anybody we might have missed that's in reach. So in the AL, the Orioles hold the top spot. Royals and Tigers are tied for second and third. Then the Twins 1 game back, the Mariners 2 games back, and then Rays and Red Sox 4 games back, which means it's most likely out of reach. They'll probably be eliminated within days. In the National League, you've got 4 teams in contention for the 3 spots: Padres, Diamondbacks, Mets, Braves.
Oh, dude, it's so scary.
Yeah, very scary. We are 1.5 games out of that 3rd spot behind the Mets, and a 3-game series coming up with them. Right now, they lead the Phillies, which could put them at 2 games ahead of us. The Diamondbacks half a game ahead of the Mets, and the Padres 3.5 games ahead of the Mets. Okay, that's where the MLB playoffs stand. Obviously, our prediction is that the Braves will beat. That we're going to sweep the Mets, and we're going to sweep the Royals, and then we're just going to get in.
Yeah.
I think that's the prediction.
Hopefully.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really have anything else for the MLB. So we will talk about college football week 4. Lots to talk about with college football week 4. And we'll start with a Friday game that we knew was going to be good. We already said it was going to be. Number 24, Illinois, goes on the road to number 22, Nebraska, and they get a victory in overtime. Illinois wins 31-24. Nebraska kind of falling on their face a little bit here late in the game. They started off hot. They went into the half up 17-10. Illinois comes out third quarter, scores a touchdown, makes this a tie game. Then each team exchanges a touchdown in the fourth quarter, and Illinois comes out with it in overtime. Dylan Raiola, still a great game. 24 for 35, 297, 3 touchdowns. Did throw an interception, which was costly. Luke Altmaier on the other side has looked really good in their first couple of games and looked pretty damn good tonight, or Friday night. 21 for 27, 215, 4 touchdowns in this game in the air was huge for them. And like, this is a defense that we saw not necessarily shut down Colorado's receiving game, but held it down kind of scoring wise, and they couldn't even stop Illinois. You had Caden Fegan on the ground for Illinois, 12 carries, 69 yards. He was pretty solid, kind of the leader there. Dante Dowdle looked really good once again for Nebraska, 20 carries, 72. Not the efficient day that you're probably looking for, but still a strong effort. Nathan, can we scroll down real quick just to see the receiving numbers in this one? The Illini leading receiver, Pat Bryant, 5 receptions, 74 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Tanner Arkin getting himself a touchdown as well. Zachary Franklin, 5 receptions, 50 yards. Nebraska's side, you had a couple of standout performances. Jamal Banks, 8. Is it Jamal or Jemai? I can't quite read that from here. Jamal. Yes, Jamal Banks, 8 receptions for 94 yards. Isaiah Nayer, 4 receptions, 90 yards, and he had 2 touchdowns. And then after him, Thomas Fidone the second, 2 receptions, 46 yards. But yeah, this was a big performance for Illinois. It's exactly what I was looking for out of them.
Just a good Friday night game.
Yeah, fantastic Friday night game in prime time. Had a number of really good games Thursday and Friday. The other Thursday game, I'll just talk about it really quick. South Alabama 48, App State 14. We don't even need to like pull up the box score or anything. App State, I believe, was a 11-point favorite.
Yeah.
Something like that. Truly unbelievable. Like it really was an unbelievable game between those two, and like the fact that South Alabama just came out and absolutely flattened them. Shout out Fluff Bothwell, I believe is his name. Their running back who had 2 touchdowns. Okay, let's talk about the biggest game of the week. Number 6 Tennessee goes on the road to Norman to take on number 15 Oklahoma. And they capture the victory 25-15. Not the performance you're looking for out of Tennessee, personally. If you watched this game, you would know it didn't look as good as a 10-point victory for the number 6 team in the nation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it was a little bit of nerves on Josh Heupel's side, returning to Oklahoma, playing against his former teammate in Brent Venables, playing against, obviously, the team that he won a national championship for at quarterback. Certainly some nerves involved, but this was not the performance you're looking for out of Tennessee. Yes, they come out, they get a 10-point win over a highly ranked opponent in SEC play.
It was their defense. Tennessee's defense.
Yeah, Tennessee's defense was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And that's not what we've come to expect. Obviously, their defense has held teams to, I think, 6 points in the first 3 games, or whatever, in those 2 games, and then the North Carolina State game, they give up 10, but 13 points total before this week, and then they gave up 15 to Oklahoma. Jackson Arnold did not look good. I believe he might have gotten hurt because we saw a lot of Michael Hawkins Jr. I didn't get to watch a ton of this game. Nico looked fine, 13 for 21, 194 and a touchdown. On the rushing game, Dylan Sampson, once again, looking great for Tennessee. Not efficient, per se, 24 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown, but still a good game. Oklahoma just couldn't run the ball. They really couldn't, and Jackson Arnold got sacked so many times. Yeah, look, I was looking for more out of Tennessee's offense. I was maybe expecting more out of Oklahoma's offense, but also if you listen to the college football show, I said it. Oklahoma's offense hasn't proved me shit. Ever since Jeff Lebby has left and taken that Mississippi State job, which, like I also said on the college football show, he might get fired by the time you could probably bring him as OC before the season's over. But Tennessee, just passing-wise, like Brew McCoy had a great game, 4 receptions, 92 yards. Dante Thornton, 2 receptions, 73 and a touchdown. I think it was a 66-yard touchdown. Squirrel White didn't really do anything. 3 receptions, 13 yards, had a long of 14. So I was just looking for more from Tennessee's offense, personally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nonetheless, it's a big victory, and they'll get all the credit in the world for it.
Ranked win's a ranked win.
Definitely. Now, kind of the question goes for Oklahoma: can they go up against anybody else in the SEC? Because I said this is probably the worst SEC team you could have run into on this given week.
Yeah.
Because look, Alabama or Georgia or Texas would walk in and roll through you. Maybe not Georgia. We saw Kentucky, but Mizzou coming off like a weird spot, all these stuff. Tennessee's the hungriest team by far going into this week. They were the hungriest team you could have faced. Ole Miss probably would have come in and steamrolled you too, personally. But Tennessee was the team that would just scare the shit out of you because you don't want to lose to them and they don't want to lose to you. Mm-hmm. But it's not about winning for them right now. It's about embarrassing. And I think they did embarrass Oklahoma's offense for sure. But the Tennessee offense was not great. Let's move on to the other big game as well between ranked opponents. Number 18, Michigan, 27. Number 11, USC, 24 in the Big House. I think, and I'll speak for myself and many others, I got fooled by a victory over LSU that was not as good as it looked. And it was really the fact that Lincoln Riley is a horrendous coach. He just gets away with being an offensive guru. That's all he is. He's literally just Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah.
He is so bad at coaching. He coached himself into a tough victory at LSU, and he coached himself into a close loss against Michigan. It could have been a big win. Miller Moss had so many moments. He didn't even particularly have a bad day. He just threw the ball a lot. He threw the ball like 51 times. That's not a situation Miller Moss should be in the first place. Your defense on one particular drive looked a lot like last year. Could not tackle on one drive, and it just happened to be the most important of the entire game, and they lose the game because of it. Obviously, you had, like the easiest interception that Will Johnson's ever going to get. It was a poorly thrown ball, I would say, from Miller Moss, but like Zachariah Branch on that exact play, Zachariah Branch needs to step up towards the ball. He stood and waited for it, and Will Johnson just walked right in front of him and took it. Yeah. Like there were so many moments in this game where it was like USC just is not trying to win, it felt like. And Michigan, what the hell? What is the point of Donovan Edwards? I think he had like one big run.
To be on the cover.
Yeah, he had one big run, it's 41 yards. Otherwise, he had 14 carries for 74 yards and a touchdown. Kalel Mullings, 14 carries, 159 and 2 touchdowns? Like, what the fuck? What are we doing here? And yeah, we knew that Alex Orji couldn't throw the ball. 7 for 12, 32. Why was USC's defense not stacking the box? You could have stopped the run, but you kept acting like there was a real quarterback in. No, Alex Orji had 32 passing yards in this game. They coached themselves out of this game, 100%. USC had this game within their grasp and could not do anything. Okay. The way that this looks to me, at least, I still haven't been proved anything by Michigan here. I knew they could run the ball.
Yeah.
It's just, I thought USC could stop them, and they just chose not to. Okay, we'll go to the next game, though. Utah 22, or number 12, Utah 22, number 14, Oklahoma 19. This was a big one in Stillwater. Utah gets the victory. That was one of our beer bets, in which we will get to after all these games. Utah looked pretty solid, even without Cam Rising. The reports in the middle of the week said he was going to play. Then it came out he wasn't. Isaac Wilson still gets the job done despite the 2 interceptions. Alan Bowman also threw 2 interceptions. And one thing I said on the college football show was that Ollie Gordon looks extremely easy to stop. Now it's 3 games in a row without surpassing 45 yards. And Alan Bowman, like I also said, I still needed him to show me something against somebody real. This was a real opponent. He showed me nothing. He didn't. Like, he just looked bad, and so did Ollie Gordon. And that's the only important parts of this offense for Oklahoma State. They could have put up more points, and they didn't. Against the Utah team that's notoriously very good at home, not as good on the road, and now Utah is in pole position to just steal the Big 12. 100%. Michael Bernard, once again, looked amazing. I talked about the fact that if Cam Rising was in, he was going to have a good game. Michael Bernard being the one that would have a good game because there's less pressure on him. But Isaac Wilson held his own in the passing game and allowed Michael Bernard to have a good game, which I can appreciate because he looked phenomenal. 25 carries, 182. Not much else to say here. Oklahoma State, I think, could have proved more, but they also kept it close with a top-tier opponent in Utah, and Utah just held their own. The defense was phenomenal and really stepped up. Okay. Next game, we got kind of some interesting finishes here. Number 13, Kansas State, 9. BYU, 38.
Absolutely steamrolled.
Yeah, just an unbelievable outcome for a team that I considered them the number 11 team in the nation in my personal rankings, and
no way.
if you're listening on the podcast, I just accidentally pushed my mic out of the stand and hit myself in the face, which also caused me to bite my tongue. Yeah, that hurt like a bitch. Yeah, Avery Johnson, nothing. I thought he proved me something last week. He didn't. You can keep laughing. I'm going to keep trying to talk.
I'm sorry.
Avery Johnson looked bad. He really did. The fact that they only put up 9 points, which was 3 touchdowns. He threw 2 picks. He looked like shit.
Yeah.
DJ Giddens still had a good game, so my point still stands on him.
What is that name?
What are you doing? I don't even sound different.
I'm sorry.
I guess it's Sione 1.
Oh.
Sione I?
Siona?
The first?
Sioni?
It's Sione. It's spelled the same way as Sione Vaki.
Who knows anymore? Life's changing.
All right. Can we scroll up real quick for the BYU's quarterback stats? Yeah, 15 for 21 for Jake Retzlaff. 15 for 21, 149, and 2 touchdowns, no picks. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Kansas State. I can't possibly pass by this game without mentioning the guy on Twitter. There's a guy on Twitter. So it's become a trend. First game of the year that it was a big deal was obviously 321 Knowles, who said that if Florida State loses to Georgia Tech, I will eat dog shit out of a red Solo cup with a spoon. He didn't do it, and he deactivated his Twitter. No one can find him. Then the next time was if Notre Dame loses to NIU, I believe was the stipulation. It could have been a different one. If Notre Dame loses to NIU, I will drink cat piss. He did it. I watched it. It was gross. Now, some guy got a little too ballsy here and said, if Kansas State loses to BYU, I will shove a 5-layer beefy burrito from Taco Bell up my ass. And I will say, I haven't seen a video of him doing it, and I will not watch it if he does. He posted the video of him buying the burrito, taking it out of the bag, and putting it in his freezer, obviously prepping it for action. But yes, BYU had a fantastic tweet at the end of the game, which was just Liv Moss, which is awesome. So shout out to the BYU football social media admin, because that is genius. Yeah, I would love to get a status update. Do we know if it's been put to work? People need to stop doing this shit.
If Alabama,
Yeah. Please do something.
All right. 19 hours ago was the video of him putting it in the freezer. 10 hours ago, in talks with Taco Bell execs, we're going to make college football history. Is this guy getting a deal?
Is this guy getting the whole bell shoved in his ass?
does he have to do it inside of
also-
Taco Bell?
I also want everyone to know that during the game, he said, "I'm so cooked, bro."
Yeah,
That was a
no
tweet.
shit.
This was St. Bill Snyder, by the way.
Yeah, shout out St. Bill Snyder.
His Twitter header
It sounds like
is
he's really going to do this.
His Twitter header is a beefy 5-layer burrito.
Yeah, I figured. It sounds like he's doing this.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Facts. Shout out Chihuahuas. And Baja Blast. Okay. Yep, time to move on. Missouri looked embarrassingly bad.
Yep.
Number 7, Missouri heads to Vanderbilt, or maybe it was in Missouri. I can't even remember. And Missouri wins 30-27 in overtime. You shouldn't be going to overtime with Vanderbilt if you're the number 7 team in the nation, especially a week after beating Boston College by like 4. You got to be better than that. It was in Missouri. Sorry. But yeah, like Brady Cook looked fine. Like they were putting up points. This defense was so bad. So bad. Diego Pavia had a decent day as well on the ground. Phenomenal. 17 carries, 84 yards. But yeah, Missouri, you just can't let that happen. And it definitely showed in the AP poll how the nation liked that victory. Next game, another kind of just surprisingly close game. Number 25, Texas A&M, 26, Bowling Green 20. Yet another team Bowling Green just stays close with. Shouldn't have happened if you're Texas A&M. And I know Connor Weigman isn't playing. Marcel Reed is still your quarterback at the moment. Whatever. Bowling Green, you just don't let it happen. I don't know what else to say. It shouldn't happen. It's Bowling Green. Like Bowling Green is 1-2. Their 2 losses are to a ranked opponent in a 6-point loss, and like to Penn State, who was like a top 10 opponent, and that was like a 1 touchdown game, like a 10-point game. It should not happen. Get an update here real quick. 14-10 Falcons over the Chiefs as it stands. Threw that one up. It gets picked off. Kirk Cousins throws a pick. That was
Damn,
pretty
what a-
genius. Yeah. What? Yeah, that's genius to just hand it off as you're getting tackled. Not the first time I've seen the Chiefs do that. Obviously something they practice. Chiefs ball on the Falcons 34. Screen pass to P. Ryan for an 8-yard gain, 9-yard gain. Okay. Last thing. Oh, Florida State 14, Cal 9. Florida State won a football game.
Win.
Ugly ass win. I elected not to watch this game.
DJ getting booed as he runs onto the field.
Good. What?
No, you're not better than Auburn.
We did beat Cal. Auburn lost to Cal and Arkansas. Another one of the beer bets. Yeah, look, can you pull up the box score? I ignored this game at all costs. I even picked Cal was one of my picks this weekend. I went 1 for 2 on the college football show, so I'm now even on the season. Or 3-3. Yeah, DJ still sucks. Don't get that twisted for sure. Fernando Mendoza also fine for Cal. Jay Knott, first game healthy, didn't look great. didn't look bad. Finally, Lawrence Toafili had a great game. That's what I needed, and that's what got us a win, which I can appreciate. DJ did have that pass on the touchdown was pretty solid. Who was that touchdown to? Ja'Kai Douglas, of course, the only person worth a shit in this receiving core.
I want to mention on that play, they ran the same play about 4 different times, and every single time, Lawrence Toafili goes on a wheel route and was open past the secondary every time. And
Of course.
DJ not once threw him the ball. On this exact play, if you look at the sky angle, you literally see Lawrence Toafili 10 yards past any Cal player.
Yeah.
He can't throw that far.
He wasn't even as far down the field as Ja'Kai Douglas.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, kind of crazy. I mean, he probably would have tried to dump it off and hit a fan's pretzel, though.
Yeah. Try to hit the 5-layer burrito there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I missed. Yeah, look, Florida State won a game. Congrats. Prove something to me, please. If you'd like to prove something, bench DJ. Yeah, no field goals is surprising. Probably just because we couldn't get in field goal range. Yeah, didn't kick any field goals. Honestly, I would have rather you guys got into field goal range and just kicked a shitload of field goals. Alex Mascherano is the best punter in the nation. Don't fuck with me. Top games or top teams outcomes. Number 1, Texas 51, ULM 3. Arch Manning did his thing. Georgia was on a bye. Number 3, Ohio State 49, Marshall 14. Duh, it's Marshall. Number 4, Alabama was on a bye before them and Georgia face off. Number 5, Ole Miss 52, Georgia Southern 13. Go Eagles. Gotta. Number 8, Miami 50, USF 15. So that one proved pretty easy. Cam
Well,
Ward,
just so you know,
Heisman favorite.
That's how you play against USF.
Yep.
That's what the game's supposed to look like. You see how-
Our score was very
Yeah, it was
yeah, but
pretty
you see how
close
they
to that.
scored in the first half?
That's true.
okay.
I just want you to see that.
Relax.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, it was a good win for Miami. 50-14.
Miami
Cam
looks
Ward.
really good.
Yeah, Cam Ward's the Heisman favorite, 100%. And I think Jackson Dart is second in the odds. Next game,
Just wait till after sleep.
Oregon on bye as well. And then number 10, Penn State 56, Kent State 0. All right, let's talk about the beer bet games.
Well, I got one question.
Oh,
though
sorry.
for you
Yeah,
guys
please.
Real quick.
Yep.
Oh my god. Do you guys think that they gave Alabama and Georgia a bye week so that there could be no excuses for either side to say anything?
That's not how they would schedule it. It's all random.
It seems a little weird. Conspiracy theory here that I had somebody tell me at work that they're doing it
Yeah.
to make sure.
Sounds
that
like something
nobody
Mike
can
would say.
It was not.
Oh, okay.
It was actually a Bama fan.
Jace?
No.
Zach.
Stop guessing. Yes.
Okay.
Zach.
Zach. Oh, actually, yeah, no, that makes sense. Conspiracies in Alabama would just right up his alley.
Exactly. He said, though, that he thinks they gave them both bye weeks so that nobody can say, like, oh, we were on a short week or
No, it's
anything
not.
like that.
Unfortunately, it's
So
randomly
it's like that.
generated, but sure. I think it does make it
Weird.
better.
Yes,
I think my favorite part about this matchup is that they both come in with a clean slate.
exactly. It's not like, oh, we had a shortened week. You had 2 weeks to study.
Yeah.
us.
Like Georgia lucked out being a week removed
He
from now
also
from
said
Kentucky.
that he thinks Georgia has a chance to absolutely destroy them because
They can.
because Alabama's going to focus on, okay, what did Kentucky do to stop Georgia? And
That's
Georgia's going to focus on, all right, what did Kentucky do to stop us? Let's play different.
Yeah, well, I think with Alabama, it's really just about matchups here. It's not about what other teams did because none of these other teams are at them. Nobody that Georgia has played can compare to Alabama and vice versa. Both of these teams are looking at matchups. Kirby Smart doesn't have this added advantage anymore of knowing how Nick Saban functions. That is one thing that I will point out with that game. And we're literally about to talk about these games. I'm just going to put that point out there. We'll resume after we talk about the beer bet outcome. I swept this week. I swept the beer bets. Shout out Texas Tech. Texas Tech, awesome. Love Texas Tech. I also had Arkansas over Auburn, and I had Utah over Oklahoma State. So
Congratulations.
thank you. we will do next week's beer bets in just a couple minutes. But yes, I swept the beer bets this week, so now are we even? Right? Is that where we're at now? He was 1 up last week, I think.
I think so.
He won last week. This is week 4. Oh, are we even? Oh, that's right, because I had already paid out the other one. We were even last. Okay, yeah, okay. So I'm 1 up. Cool. Okay, I'm 1 up in beer bets. All right, let's talk about the AP poll real quick. We'll run through it pretty fast here. I already know the top 4 stayed exactly the same before Nathan even pulls it up. But yeah, so Texas is number 1, Georgia number 2, Ohio State number 3, and then Alabama number 4. Tennessee jumps Ole Miss for number 5 after a big ranked win. Meanwhile, Ole Miss dominated Georgia Southern, which doesn't matter, and they dropped down to 6. Miami moves up 1 spot to 7 as Missouri plummets. Oregon moves up to 8. Penn State moves up to 9. Excuse me. And then Utah moves up 2 spots to 10 after their win over Oklahoma State. Missouri dropped 4 spots down to 11 after the close victory in overtime over Vanderbilt. Michigan, a huge jump after the win over USC, puts them up 6 spots to 12, 1 spot ahead of the team they beat in USC, who dropped 2 spots down to 13. LSU jumps up 2 spots after a big win over UCLA to number 14. Louisville up 4 spots to 15 after a dominant victory over Georgia Tech, which keeps them undefeated. Notre Dame moved up 1 spot. I don't necessarily know why. With a big win over Miami of Ohio. Clemson with a interesting game. We probably should have talked about, but I don't really care. Jumped up 4 spots after beating North Carolina State 59-35. It's like a weird ass game to even just follow along with. Number 18 is now Iowa State. They jump up 2 spots after their big win over Arkansas State. Illinois up 5 spots from 24 to 19 after the win in overtime against Nebraska. Oklahoma State and Oklahoma both dropped 6 spots, so now they're 20 and 21 respectively. And BYU finds themselves ranked after their win over Kansas State. They are now 22 in the nation, while Kansas State plummets 10 spots down to 23, 1 spot behind the team that beat them in BYU. Texas A&M, in their close victory over Bowling Green, which I think is kind of BS, come in at 24. I would personally have taken the 25 team in Boise State, put them at 24, dropped Texas A&M out of the top 25, and put in the undefeated Washington State Wildcats. That's the 8 people. Washington State right on the outside with 67 votes. They're 2 votes behind Boise State. Then Indiana 63, Boston College 55, UNLV 53. Really the only teams in striking distance of a spot. James Madison blew out North Carolina as well. That also happened.
Very embarrassing.
So they're a group of 5 to watch. But as of right now, the best group of 5 in the nation is Boise State. Air Heisman odds have been updated. Cam Ward plus 400, Jackson Dart plus 550. Jalen Milroe, even coming off of a bye week, actually goes up from his opening odds to plus 700. Nico really up there at plus 900. I think I've seen in other sports books, this is BetMGM's odds. I've seen in other sports books, Dylan Gabriel might have dropped down to like 1,200 after being on the bye week, but he's at plus 1,000. Quinn Ewers at plus 1,400 is kind of just a tough one to work with. Just with him being week to week. Carson Beck plus 1,400. Will Howard plus 2,000 out of reach. He sucks. Ashton Jeanty plus 2,000 is phenomenal value because he's unbelievably good. Yeah, started off, didn't even have odds at the beginning of the year because nobody really knew who he was. That's the only guy that's really worth talking about. Tedero McMillan plus 10,000 if you really want to get frisky. Put about 5 cents on that one.
Who's Curtis Rourke?
Curtis Rourke, I don't know. I genuinely don't know Curtis Rourke personally. If I had to guess, he's probably Indiana quarterback. Okay, cool. Shout out Indiana.
Cool.
I know an Indiana quarterback that was pretty good in college. Michael Penix. Yeah, Curtis Rourke, pretty good. Too bad he plays for Indiana. Maybe he'll transfer and play for Kalen DeBoer. like Michael Penix did. All right, yeah, that's the 8 people. Nothing else really to talk about there. Let's talk quickly college football week 5 preview. We're only going to talk about the big ranked versus ranked games. I'll also toss in, because I don't want to spoil any of my ones to watch for the college football show. So we'll start off number 2 Georgia, number 4 Alabama. I want a score prediction out of you right now before we do any analysis.
38-27.
Alabama, I would assume. Okay. I'm going to go 27-24 UGA. I just think that UGA is versatile enough on offense to win. I don't know yet how I feel about Jalen Milroe going against this Georgia defense.
Yeah.
In particular, I know Georgia's offense has had their issues. I think they'll kind of step up to the occasion here. Personally, right now they're a 2.5-point favorite, which I don't even love that on the road. 2.5-point favorite. I feel like it should be even.
Nighttime at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
I don't think there should be a favorite. I'm going to be honest. I think the odds should be even both ways.
Yeah.
This is a straight up pick 'em in my mind. Yeah, like the matchup predictor has Alabama 65.8%. It's crazy. Yeah, I think Georgia just has looked really good outside of that Kentucky game. I know they start off slow, like they always do, and they play the bad teams bad, and they play the good teams good. That's just what they've done for like 3 years. So yeah, look, Georgia's going to probably be fine. It's not like they're going to get blown out, I'd say. And I don't know if Alabama is like well-rounded enough in the passing game in particular to just blow them out of the water. Because you're not going to blow them out of the water running the ball 50 times to Jam Miller. I'll do a more in-depth analysis of this game on the college football show.
Malachi Starks versus Ryan Williams.
That will be fun. That will definitely be fun.
That's going to be a show.
Yeah. Shout out Ryan Williams. Lets his sister paint his nails every week. Yeah. I know you're excited about that. Other big games got number 15 Louisville versus number 16 Notre Dame.
Give me Louisville all day.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Number 19 Illinois versus number 9 Penn State.
I kind of want
Illinois is frisky.
I kind of want to take Illinois.
They're frisky. And then
Penn State will come out.
We have 2 teams trying to bounce back from losses from the last week. Number 20 Oklahoma versus number 23 Kansas State.
It's going to be based on Jackson Arnold.
Yeah, I think either way I'd probably go Oklahoma. Kansas State, I just can't trust anybody but DJ Giddens on that team.
Fair.
I will not be making any bets about Kansas State winning.
Temple's playing at Lincoln Financial.
Yeah, well, I think that's just where Temple plays because they're in
Really?
Philadelphia. Yeah, I don't think they have a facility because it's in Philly. I would assume. I don't know where they would put their stadium otherwise. Yeah, they just play at Lincoln Financial Field.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Damn. What the hell? Why did you know that?
I remember I
Broke
saw
the
a
record for
video.
the longest field goal hit at the link.
Oh, wow. 64-yarder by Maddox Trujillo against
I
Utah
saw
State.
someone tweeted and was like, he just earned himself a spot on an NFL roster.
Yeah. He also went 6 for 6 on extra points. That's pretty awesome.
You kick one field goal in an entire game, and it's 64 yards, and you are. Oh, it doesn't say.
He's from Flowery Branch, Georgia?
Too.
Where did he go? Cherokee Bluff?
Temple.
No, high school. Do you go to Flowery Branch or Cherokee Bluff? That's like the only 2 I know of in that specific area.
I went to Flowery Branch, but yes.
I don't know. Cherokee Bluff's not bad at football. And also, kickers don't come from the good schools. Because good schools don't need good kickers. Flowery Branch High School. Okay, fair enough. Props to Colin.
What can I say?
Yeah, that's all the big matchups. I'll talk about ones to watch on the college football show, which you need to watch on Thursday at 3 p.m. All right, beer bets.
Better bets.
Beer bets. All right, let's see the books. I am now. How are we doing this again? Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, we did. We can do total field goals again in the NFL if we want.
Oh.
Okay. Then should we just do rock, paper, scissors? Best of one? What do you think, Nathan? You're the official of beer bets.
Closest to Carson Steele's rushing yards right now without looking. Go.
12.
31.
Colin's closer. He has 26.
Okay. So you get to choose pick first or game first.
Oh, pick team.
Okay, so I'll pick
You
the game.
matchup.
Okay. All right. Let's find the closest one of
Miss
the
Kentucky.
week. No. Nice try though.
Should we do Georgia, Bama?
We could. I'll make you pick that one though. I'm gonna go with Kansas TCU.
Kansas, TCU.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like that one too. If you don't pick one for the second one, I'll pick.
I'll take Kansas.
Okay. I've got TCU. So Kansas TCU at 3:30. And that one being played at Arrowhead. Because Kansas's field is getting renovations. I forgot about that. All right. You get to pick the next game. Do you want to do Georgia, Alabama? I've got Kansas. Or sorry, I have TCU.
I've got
Sorry.
Kansas.
Colin's got Kansas. I've got TCU. What game you want? I like that game. I might pick it if you don't. The one that Nathan's motioning to.
Wait, I thought you said Oklahoma was playing Kansas State.
There.
Why does it show Oklahoma versus Auburn right there?
Oh, what? Oh, no, Oklahoma State is playing Kansas State. I had it typed in wrong. Sorry. So Oklahoma State is taking on Kansas State. That's
Fair.
my bad.
All right, let's do Georgia State, Georgia Southern.
Okay. Yeah, Southern not State.
All
Fuck
right,
State.
I got State.
State's probably going to win. I'll just say that right now. So we're going to do Georgia, Alabama.
Up to you.
If I pick the game, you're taking Alabama, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine then. I want Georgia. So,
All right.
yeah. We'll
Give
do
me
Georgia,
Bama.
Alabama. Colin's got Alabama. I got Georgia. I don't care about UT Martin versus KSU. We're going to lose. KSU's ass. Yeah, we're not getting a win. KSU's the worst.
What do we?
What?
Literally, UT
No,
Martin
shut the
is
fuck
just
up.
as bad.
Shut up.
No, you're suspended.
All right. We're done.
What do we?
The podcast is over. And
Should we get an update on the Falcons game?
yeah, we'll do a quick update before we leave. Just kicked off from halftime. Well, what was the halftime score? We didn't even talk about that. 14-13 Falcons. At the half. Coming back from half right now. So we're all going to go watch the game. Obviously, you already know what happened. And you got Monday Night Football to watch tonight. But before you just, get out of here, make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. There's a lot of people watching these episodes that aren't subscribed. Last time I checked, it was like 55% of people watching our videos are not subscribed. So subscribe. It's so easy. I'm going to be honest. If you don't even know who we are, subscribe and just don't turn on the notifications. If you do know who we are and you want to listen and you like this episode, please turn on the notifications. But just go ahead, click that subscribe button. It doesn't hurt anybody. And then, of course, follow us on Instagram if you want to stay up to date with everything that we're doing. It's where we keep it all going. If you're on the podcast platforms, rate 5 stars and give us a follow on the podcast platforms. Obviously, join the Second and Short subreddit. It is r/2nd AND short. That is the best way to submit questions for the podcast, whether that be questions that you submit by Tuesday about college football for me to answer on the college football show, which I asked you to do on the last episode. Or if you submit questions by Thursday at about, oh my God, Rush, you guys. If you submit questions by about 4 p.m. on Thursdays, we will answer on Questions Time with me and Luke. Colin, you can't leave here without a few 4 simple words.
That's not fair, Rock.
What? That's
Pluto.
fair. Oh.
Glass.
Rock, Pluto, glass,
Ham.
ham. Really threw it off with the ham.
I mean,
Glass, rock, and Pluto.
giant space rock.
Yeah. And they're very well could be glass.
Yeah, because it's freezing.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, no,
it's heat
pressure.
glass, yes. There's
Pressure is what would cause the
Yes.
glass. I don't even know if Colin would know that.
No, he would not.
Ragu.
Okay.
What was the other word?
Ham.
Ham.
That's what's
I
really.
think Colin was getting hungry towards.
Yeah, I think Colin just kind of.
Bro,
I think
Rashi
it's-
Rice is gonna have 20 receptions at the end of this game.
I think it's
Yeah.
3 words, and Colin's a little hungry.
Could be. Colin, do we have a theme? That means no.
That's why we're supposed to make a theme.
Yeah, there's no theme.
If he's looking through the glass of his telescope at the space rock Pluto, and he just ate a ham sandwich.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, cool. That sounds good.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, it sounds like Nathan got it.
Yes.
Okay. We will. I'll catch you guys later this week on Friday with Luke, and on Thursday for the college football show. Colin, we'll catch you next week here, right again, to talk about NFL Week 5, college football Week 6, and preview the MLB playoffs. Yeah, everything will be wrapped up by the time we record next Sunday.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I don't know what the hell that was. We will catch you guys later. Please enjoy your week. Hopefully it was fun. I don't know. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Bye.